What advice would you give to somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. You know what I mean? You have to be game, and then don't get discouraged if you lose. Listen, you just lost. You may have got $30 million. You should give Usyk a kiss and say, "Can we do this again?" Don't let this internalize you. Oh, I can't fight now. This white boy kicked my ass. People are laughing at me. No, he kicked my ass for $50 million or $30 million. I hope he kicks my ass again, but this time it might not work out that way. I'm gonna kick his ass. I just think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight to be the best. You have to do it more and more and more.
Mike Tyson has now spoken out about the wild matchup between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, and the entire boxing world is exploding. If anyone knows real heavyweight danger, raw knockout power, and the mindset required to face giants, it's Iron Mike, but the way he broke down this fight has left fans stunned. Tyson began by pointing out something most people refuse to acknowledge. Jake Paul is no longer the clueless YouTuber that critics pretend he is. Tyson has worked with Jake firsthand. He's trained him, felt his power in sparring, and watched him develop up close. Tyson has openly said Jake possesses genuine knockout ability and a level of obsession that pushes him far beyond what fans give him credit for. According to Tyson, Jake Paul has a rare quality, a mix of unshakable confidence and complete fearlessness when it comes to failing or looking bad, and that, Tyson suggests, makes him far more dangerous than people want to believe.
Are incredibly good in the respect of when there's an unbelievable opportunity for a fighter. We saw it with Taylor Serrano. They get it. Obviously here, there needed to be a commercial benefit of allowing AJ to do it. So that was part of a negotiation. But it was all very fair. And one of the reasons that we're taking this fight away from the money, and this applies to the Zone and Turkey al Sheikh, is we're the hottest thing in boxing right now. All of a sudden, boom, straight back in. And when he knocks Jake Paul out, the profile in America, the profile around the world, we're the hottest thing in boxing, AJ, all over again. So that's what we're saying, that the Zone, Turkey al Sheikh, you're going to get AJ back in 2026 as the #1 star in the sport. And there'll be some people watching who's going, oh, no, he's not. Who will be bigger than AJ? Right now, after Miami's press conference today, and after he does a job on Jake Paul, who's the biggest star in boxing?
I already know for a fact that he is not allowed to get knocked out within the first, probably half of the fight, and they're probably going to let him let loose towards the end. You guys are all going to see a fight where in the first 4 or 5, it's just going to look like, oh, how come Anthony Joshua's not engaging that much? And in the last 3 rounds, Joshua's just going to start laying the ham. And if Jake doesn't get knocked out, it's like, dude, Jake, he's with the heavyweight. Jake is going to come out looking good. And guess what? Joshua's going to make a fat check.
Well, I think you just ruined my dreams a little bit, dude. I was really excited for this fight, and now I'm not so excited.
That was real, man.
It's going to be on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, thank God it's free.
They're talking right now about doing Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul. What? Jake Paul apparently wants that fight. And he agreed to, I think it was 99% to 1, where Joshua gets 99% of the money and he gets 1%.
Well, my thoughts on it is that Jake Paul's had a lot of accusations over the years for a guy who's had no amateur fights. What's he had, about 10 or 12 fights? I'm not sure what he's had. And, you look at the opposition he's had and people saying, when's he going to fight somebody? He stepped up. He's stepping up to a 2-time world champion, a genuine heavyweight, a proper heavyweight champion, and an active fighter. And this is a big moment for him. And you got to take your hat off to him for that. As regarding AJ, I'm sure AJ's wants a fight back after that, that unbelievable loss he had against Daniel Dubois. That quite an emphatic loss. He wants to come back, get himself, dip his toe in the water. He's going to get paid a lot of money for this. This fight's going to generate a lot of money because for me, it's a fighter. Jake Paul's going to be a massive underdog against a big favourite, big odds-on favourite. Can he do it or not? This is a car crash, and people will watch it. That's what people do at car crashes, and that's what this is.
If you don't win this fight in 30 seconds, there's going to be 2 things thrown at him. One, a lot of people are going to say, you can't stop Jake Paul. You're terrible. You're never any good. So forget he was 2-time great champion in the world. Who's the fellow that struggled with Jake Paul? And God forbid he gets beat. Imagine if he got beat, or he gets dropped, or the rest of his career can't pretty much for nothing in most people's eyes. And the second thing is, if he does take him rounds, if he does hold him up, if he does play the game and get a few rounds in, and it's a bit of an exhibition style thing, he'll never be taken serious by most paying public ever again. So I just think it's a no-win situation for Anthony Joshua, apart from the 50 million quid, of course, which is not too bad.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is crazy.
Who you got in this fight?
I gotta go Jake.
On God.
Who the fuck is he fighting? Jake's good.
I'm not betting on this fight.
Why not?
Joshua's good.
That's your man.
Tyson warned that this mix of confidence and fearlessness can be dangerous, even enough to surprise giants. But when the topic shifted to Anthony Joshua, Tyson's tone immediately changed. He made it clear that if Jake Paul hopes to last even a few rounds with someone like Joshua, confidence alone won't save him. Tyson said Jake would need real fundamentals, polished technique, sharp footwork, and strict discipline, because Joshua is not Nate Robinson, not Tyron Woodley, and definitely not Ben Askren. He's a former two-time heavyweight world champion with the kind of power that can alter a man's career with a single punch. Tyson emphasized that AJ's size isn't just big, it's overwhelming. The difference in weight, reach, muscle mass, and high-level experience creates a gap that Jake cannot simply ignore. Tyson stressed that Jake can't march forward the way he usually does, can't rely on loading up his right hand, and can't let his ego dictate the fight. Because if Joshua lands clean, especially with heavyweight power, the fight ends instantly.
The cojones this motherfucker has, from a Disney kid to YouTube to he can fight anyone and get views and make fucking money. This crazy wild boy sends out the bat signal, the British bat signal for Anthony motherfucking Joshua. You know how crazy that is? I will say this. I don't think any of Jake Paul's fights are fixed in any capacity at all. Not even close. I don't get down that narrative. Again, I know online that's a fun narrative, all that shit. I will say this though. My spidey senses will go off if Anthony Joshua doesn't absolutely mop the floor with him. Now, kudos to Jake for taking this fight. My God, dude, you are a brave young man. You deserve every cent for that fight. My word, dude, there's so much respect. So much respect. He worked so hard at the craft. That's amazing. Kudos to you. Here's the reality. Anthony Joshua is a gold medalist in the Olympics. He's a multiple-time world champion. He's fought the best of the best. He's not really over the hill either. If Jake Paul was just another boxer with his resume and his experience, you know, he's about a mid-blue belt. If we're giving you belts like jiu-jitsu, he's probably a blue belt, fighting in main events and all this stuff. If this fight isn't an absolute domination by Anthony Joshua, my spidey senses will go off. Now, that's not to say that I'm not saying Jake Paul has any language in the contract. There's no foul play whatsoever on Jake Paul's part. My skeptical hippo eyes or my spidey senses will come off that Anthony Joshua's not taking this real and he's not putting his best performance forward.
Tyson also pointed out something people often overlook. Jake Paul can be dangerous in his own way. If he sticks to movement, uses his speed, avoids standing still, and refuses to trade punches like a traditional heavyweight. He can create problems for Joshua simply by being unpredictable. Mike explained that the fighters who cause the biggest upsets are sometimes the ones who aren't expected to win. The guys who come in with nothing to lose, who throw awkward shots, strange angles, and chaotic pressure. The kind of things you don't train for. Tyson said he respects Jake because he keeps choosing tough opponents. He doesn't take easy fights. He pushes himself in ways many boxers avoid. And Tyson genuinely admires that mindset. But Tyson didn't sugarcoat the reality either. If Anthony Joshua shows up focused and disciplined, Jake Paul will be standing across from one of the most dangerous punchers of this generation. Tyson made it clear that Jake's only path to survival is emotional control. He has to stay composed, stay smart, stay efficient, and avoid that one devastating moment where Joshua lands a clean heavyweight bomb. Tyson's final point shocked many fans. He said people should stop acting like Jake has zero chance. Every fighter who steps into the ring has some chance. But for Jake to actually beat someone like Joshua, he would need to fight flawlessly. No ego, no reckless exchanges, no major mistakes. Because, against a puncher like Joshua, one mistake is enough to end the night instantly. This matchup has now become one of the most unpredictable fights of the year, a former heavyweight champion versus a wildcard who continues to shake the foundations of modern boxing.